So the 7th running of the US Grand Prix at Indianapolis will begin when the lights go out. They're away, cracking start by Schumacher. Even better start by Massa though. Massa was better away. He's inside his teammate. On the run down to turn 1. He's going to take the lead here. Schumacher is going to have to tuck in behind him. Alonso is behind Fisichella. Goes round the outside of Michael Schumacher and he's going to take bang wheels for 2nd place. And we've got carnage at the back. Quite a few cars involving a Red Bull, certainly a Toro Rosso. Schumacher has resisted Fisichella. He had to. And Massa is leading this Grand Prix. Schumacher's 2nd. Alonso is 3rd. He got ahead of Fisichella in that melee. Scott
McLaren
Speed
in there too. There's
the
a
local
McLaren,
driver.
And they'll have to deploy the safety car. They have, because those cars that are stationary are right in the firing line of the massive braking zone. And there's Michael Schumacher trying to overtake under the yellows. Thought better of that. So the safety car is out then.
And the McLaren is none other than, well, we haven't got Kimi Räikkönen or Juan Montoya. Neither of them are showing us having come through. Only 15 cars have gone through the first timing beam, Martin, and neither of them are McLarens.
Yeah, it's the midfield, it's the back end of the top 10, early part of the teens on the grid, because Coulthard's gone from 17th to 10th. So it's in that pack in front of him, and there is the carnage then, down in between turn 1 and turn 2. So Massa leads Michael Schumacher under the safety car conditions.
15 still circulating now, and we're under safety car conditions. We've lost Kimi Räikkönen, Nick Heidfeld, Juan Pablo Montoya, Mark Webber, Scott Speed, Christian Klien and Montagny.
We need to know if you need a front wing. I can't see the damage, I don't know. Jensen, tell me if you need a front wing. I don't know. Check the cars when I come past. Roger that.
Well, the reason he doesn't know is he's not been in any speed. He got caught up, but there were two incidents down at the 1st and 2nd corner. And Jensen says, I don't know if my front wing's broken. I haven't been up to speed to feel the understeer. Of course, from the cockpit, you've got no chance of even looking at your front wing. You can slacken off your seat belts, but you still can't get a good view of your own front wing. So he's saying, have a look when I come past. And but Button got spun out, got caught up. I believe it was started by Montoya getting into the back of Kimi Räikkönen between turns 1 and 2. There was a separate incident with Klien on the way into turn 1. And then Montoya hit the back of Räikkönen. Now, whether Montoya was helped into that, we don't know. Button has decided to come into the pit. He may as well, because he's right in the back of the pack anyway, effectively. And he's smoking heavily, though, which I don't know. Nick Heidfeld's done a triple roller there, we'll show you shortly. And Louise has found him.
Nick, that was one hell of an accident for you.
I think it looked worse than it actually was, because I didn't have a huge impact. I was flipping, which actually was the first flip I ever had in a car, but it was not bad.
Any idea what caused it from where you were?
I just briefly saw it on the big screen. I think both McLaren collided, and that spun Kimi around and pushed him into me.
Thanks, Nick. Let's go to Ted.
Yeah, and I think it's bad news for Jenson Button. You saw in the pictures there, he came into the garage. What happened? You heard the radio message. Jensen said that he couldn't see if the front wing was damaged, but listen, it goes much worse than that. We saw it smoking, and now they're clearing a space in the Honda garage for Jenson Button. We think this one's terminal, James.
Thank you, Ted. Yes, it was a spectacular accident, or in fact make that 2 accidents from the start line. Watch the midfield group and also watch the group at the back. The group at the back have the accident into turn 1, and the midfield group of the 2 McLarens on the right with the red wings, you can see, watch them into turn 2.
Yeah, so it's Alonso making the best of the first corner, going round the outside of Michael Schumacher. He doesn't care if he has a shunt or not, but then they're all concertina in the middle. The first accident is at the back, involving 4 cars, but shortly after that, Montoya's going to tag the back of his teammate right now, put him into a spin. He collects Heidfeld. Heidfeld goes rolling. Button spins around, and Scott Speed gets caught up in the aftermath, actually tagging both McLarens. This is Alonso at the front trying to pass Michael Schumacher, as in the background Heidfeld goes spinning. Scott Speed for Toro Rosso goes half flying, and the McLarens are around. We're on board now with Scott Speed to see it all over again, and he's minding his own business on the inside. Look over to your left. Look at the two McLarens getting into each other. They then go into Button. He puts Heidfeld into the air, and Scott Speed collects the aftermath and both McLarens. That's an expensive accident. And this is on board Raikkonen, and you're going to feel a shove at the back end any minute now, and round he goes. And that's when he gets into Button. We don't know if Montoya was given any assistance from behind, but I don't think he was.
Well, that's the aftermath.